I've got you on a tree and GoPro Hero 8. I'm up the moor with the lads and I'm going to be trying out, I've got my wireless mic on, we're trying out a new tent. New tent, boys. New tent. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I've got, and I've seen no reviews on this really on YouTube, the DD XL Pyramid Tent, super light, and also the DD Solo Mesh Tent. I have got the normal size one, which has got the mesh in it, which I've found personally too small. It's okay, I think, if you're hiking, but I'm away for 2 nights on the moor, so I'm going to be trying this one out. And it's the XL, so it's 135 centimetres tall. Size is obviously a lot bigger than the other one, so we're going to see. And then the Solo Mesh tent, so that only half has an inner tent, which means a bit like the Lavoo, I'm hoping I can cook inside of it. And you know, it's just going to be a good winter tent. When it's freezing cold, I'm going to use my one Tigress smoky up with my stove. But for the rest of the winter, this is what I'm going to try. And I've got my DD hiking pole with me, so we're going to have a go at setting this up now in this spot, and we'll see how we go. Light is fading, so I want to get this done reasonably quick. Hopefully you can see me and hear me okay. Yeah, and we'll see how we go with it. But weight-wise, it's next to nothing. The two together, it's less than a kilo. I think this is about 680 grams. That is about 400, something like that. But I will put the proper weights and links to it on below on the video, hopefully. We've got our new setup, which I want to use. And it's supposed to come with pegs. Yes, and it does. So we open it up. It's the first time I've opened it, never used it before. It comes with a couple of pegs, very lightweight pegs. I've got spare guy lines for it. But yeah, comes with quite nice pegs. Just enough for the inner. I believe you can put the outer up and then put the inner up after, but we're going to put the inner up first so we can see what it's like. And I think you put the inner up. Oh, I've got 2 bags of pegs, I think. Oh. I have 2 bags of pegs. So I've got a bag here that's got 2 pegs in with a reflective guy line, and then a green bag with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pegs in and dark guy lines. Obviously I'm not going to use the guy lines because it's going inside the tent, but nothing else. No repair patches or anything. But yeah, so you come with 2 bags of pegs. Cool. It's got fasteners, so it fastens on the inside of the outer tent. Okay, so we're pegged out. There's guide points on the back as well. A stone there. That's sod's law. just where I want to put that peg. Ah, there we go. It'll do. Not expecting it to be particularly windy up here. It's dead still at the moment. Let's see if there's any peg points on the front. No. No peg points on the front. And then your pole goes in this reinforced bit inside. Inside the inner is a grommet hole where the foot part of your pole fits, which you can use it just as a, if you're out and you want a place to go and sit away from the bugs, if it's, you know, you're in the middle of Scotland, it's mid-country. But that's the inner part. Stick this out a bit better. Right, now let's open the actual pyramid tent. So this should take up half of the inside of the tent. You're talking about Mr. Withenow and his son. So, again, 2 bags inside with pegs. Now this one will have the reflective guy ropes, which makes sense, but I'm not going to use. It's got reflective guy ropes in with 2 pegs, and then inside this one, we open it up. This one has the black cords, and then, yeah, black cord. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm looking for some pegs. Very sexy lightweight pegs. So light. Unbelievably light. It's got an air vent at the back that you can peg out, because obviously single skin, but with it having the inner, I shouldn't have as much condensation. And then I'm assuming the door, yeah, is there, is directly opposite. Yeah, there's the zip. Somewhere there on the ridge, on the top point, again, like on that, is a reinforced point with a cord so that you could fasten it up to a tree if you want to. And I need to have the door opposite where I am. Just get that pegged out there to stop that falling down. It's got really good stitched anchor points for your pegs in the corners. I've always found DD stuff to be very good quality. And then these ones, the back and the front, massive loops. Is there, but I'm not going to open it just yet because I want it tightened out. So what we'll do, we'll fasten on there. I think this has got a 3000mm hydrostatic head on it, which is more than enough. But other than the guide ropes, that's up. That's massive. These roll back. It's got pull out, tie out, sorry, inside, little loops. But very, very impressed. Massive area inside for eating in. That is cracking. This is inside. As you can see, I've got the inner with my pole. Goes up there. Now, see these hooks, normally, if you can get a full-sized fly mesh that goes inside. I've gone for the half size because obviously I want to be able to lie in this part and then I can cook in here. So if the rain's bad or it's cold, I've got my little mess burner on. We have this tie out, goes through the loop. Just to that up a bit. Now is the one at the back? No. Okay, but that's still plenty of room. Get this one tied off. Zip this up. And I have got a massive, massive space in front of my bedroom. So I can tie this back, and then in the morning I can lie in here, I can cook, I can have a brew, it can be snowing, it can do whatever it wants outside. I am going to fasten the guidelines on the side, the pull-outs, but obviously it's going to be too dark for you to see that. It is 20 to 8 and it's pretty dark. You can tell it's autumn is almost upon us. It's the 22nd of September, I think, something like that, autumn. But yeah, I'm dead impressed with this. But that is cracking. That is the dog's doodahs. I've forever loved my Lavoo. You've seen me on my videos coming up here using the Polish Lavoo. I've used it for years and it's great, but it's 4 kilos. And when it gets wet, it's like 5 kilos. And it takes up so much room in my pack. This takes up nothing. But okay, it's not as insulated as having a canvas tent, as cosy as a canvas tent, but it's so light. And I'm just absolutely blown over with it. What I'll do is I'm going to put my guy lines on, and then tomorrow in the daylight I'll show you around it, show you the air vent and everything. Right, bring you back to the second part of my review. If you remember last night it was getting dark. The DD Pyramid Tent XL with half-size mesh inner. I can safely say it is an absolutely superb tent. Plenty of pegs with it. I'll put the fluorescent guy ropes on it. Reasonably stable. I would not use it in massively windy conditions because of its size. The tie-outs are really well made, stitched in really well. Air vent, as I mentioned to you, at the back. Didn't notice any condensation really any more than any other tent I've got. That does Velcro shut if the weather's particularly bad. The hiking pole is set at 135 centimetres, so I have loads of room for sitting up inside. Obviously getting ready, it's not a strain. I can sit up in the doorway. In the winter it's going to be a superb tent, absolutely superb. Inside, bags of room. You can tie both sides back, so this ties back, and then this one you can unpeg there, tie that back over there, make a big open space if you want. It rained during the night, I was cozy, got all my bags, camera gear and everything down that side. This side I've got my little aluminium table. The door, inner door does roll back and fasten. You've got a bathtub style inner. The inner tent only opens on one side, which is fine. This side does not unzip. The only little thing is you've got a lot of wasted space at the back that you can't get to when you're inside this inner tent. Would be nice to have some kind of extra zip on the other side so you could decide, which way you wanted it. Inside the inner tent there are 2 little bags either end that you can put bits and bobs in. As I said here, it fastens up into a protective piece inside. Having the inner and then the outer on gives you even more protection against your hiking pole. But just masses and masses of room. This hangs really well. My head wasn't touching the mesh during the night. I could stretch out. I've got loads of room. Now in the winter, if the weather was bad, in this vestibule area here I can do my cooking. Little gas cooker or my little mess cooker. As you can probably hear, you won't smell, but you can hear cooking my sausages at the moment, just doing myself some lunch. The sausages will be burning. And my sausages over. Beautiful day up here on the moor. Darren's gone back to the shop, to just dropped him off. But the DD XL pyramid tent, absolutely superb. They don't do this version in multicam. The smaller version, like I've already got with the mesh inner, they do that in multicam. It's a bit heavier. This thing, when you unpack it, it's so thin and so light, you think, oh God, there's nothing to it, but it's absolutely brilliant. It's really, really well made. As I mentioned again yesterday, you've got a tie-out hoop on the top. If you want to fasten it to a, you know, a cord into a tree, or, you know, some kind of cord between two trees, you could do. Give you even more room inside. But I had no problem at all. Absolutely superb. I will put all the links to the tent, the technical weights and everything below. So yeah, this is just a mini review of the DD Pyramid Tent XL, because I'd seen nothing on YouTube about it. I can heartily recommend it. It's not the cheapest piece of kit in the world, but I think personally I will get a lot of use out of it. I can heartily recommend it. Big thumbs up from Gary Gadget. Catch you all later. Bye.